One man the focus of attention, in fantastic form and leading the competition in goals. Stay with us on EA TV. Hello, our action comes to you from the English Midlands, from the King Power Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, joined by Lee Dixon in the commentary position. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the second leg of this semi-final. It's Leicester City up against Newcastle United.
Well, thanks, Derek. They've got the advantage today after that away win. What do? Do they sit back? I'm sure the home fans will make sure that they push forward and try and get another win.
Always difficult to predict in advance who might decide a game, but you could make a strong case for this man. Lee, what are you anticipating seeing from him?
Well, every defender goes into a game not wanting 3 goals in 3 games to be the player you're playing against. And that's the case today.
How Leicester City will line up. Samuel Umtiti starts alongside Johnny Evans in the centre of defence, and it's 2 strikers up front who will look to provide the goal-scoring threat. So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. A 4-4-2, but with a diamond lead.
Yeah, there's 4 players in midfield, but really only 3. The 2 wide players will stay wide and help the full-backs. There's one just sitting in front of the back 4, but the number 10, who's slightly advanced, he will provide the support for the strikers.
A game that should have plenty to say for itself. Leicester City with the kick-off. Arnold. And tidily played. Thomas. Well, the attacking options appear plentiful. Almiron has a go. And the keeper taking care of the situation. Dennis Praet. It is to be a throw-in. Shelby. Almiron. Oh, a lovely ball. And a goal! Not bad for starters. They take an early lead.
Well, here's the replay, and what a ball that is to put him through. And he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal. Well, we all saw that equaliser coming, Derek, didn't we? And so did he.
Well, it's 2-2 on aggregate here.
Newcastle United goal. Number 12, White Gate.
Nteka. Arnold. Dennis Praet. And unable to keep the ball. Good technique displayed. Opportunity here. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. And he's fired over the corner. And that is the sort of tackle he had scripted in his mind. Throw-ins given. Fabian Schär. Willock. The timing was perfect. It had to be. Arnold. Dennis Praet. Maximilian Arnold has it. Randy Nteka. And he did well to cut it out. Arnold. What can they do from here? Mendy. Timothy Castagne. Willock. Opportunity in the wide area. And crossed in the direction of the back post. No-nonsense clearance. Dennis Praet. Andrej Kramaric. Breaking at pace. Dangerous looking through ball. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Well, the attack showed promise, but easy work for the keeper in the end. Joe Willock. Now, let's see what they can do here. Won it back. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Justin. Nteka. Shelby. A really sumptuous ball. Oh, a goal! And one that could really matter in the quest to make it through.
Well, let's take a look at this replay. The difference between a good player and some of the best players is they don't need to take a touch. Gets his shot away. First time. Nothing else matters but concentrating on that ball. Well, he's got to be delighted with his players. A big smile on his face. They've got the noses in front. They're in the lead. Well done.
Well, plenty of goals if you look at the aggregate. 3-2 here.
Number 12.
Dennis Praet. Patient build-up at the moment. Good tackle. Well, play stopped. It is a free kick. Well, that could be his final rebuke, I think, and the referee's making that absolutely clear.
Well, I like that, Derek. Good refereeing. Nice and strong. Told the player exactly what he was thinking.
Well, he's going to be cross with himself, straight into that human barrier.
Big corner here. Listen to the fans. They need to use that energy to suck the ball in.
Played into the centre of the box. It comes to absolutely nothing. Mendy. Arnold. Mendy. Good defending to prevent the chance. Good pressure to win the ball back high up the pitch. Well, possibilities inside the box. Really bright looking attack. Can he convert? And caught by the keeper. Federico Fernandez. On the ball, Paul Dummett. Read it magnificently and intercepted. Timothy Castagne. Arnold. And able to close down the shot. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. A game that should have plenty to say for itself. Leicester City with the kickoff. Shelby. Almiron. And a goal! Not bad for starters. They take an early lead. Opportunity here. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. A really sumptuous ball. Oh, a goal! And one that could really matter in the quest to make it through. Well, he's going to be cross with himself, straight into that human barrier. The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Well, with tackling like that, the onus is on the referee to take action, potentially. That will certainly mean a booking here.
And now he's on a tightrope.
And options in the centre. Possession one. Andrej Kramaric. Well, he could run onto it here. Can they square the game? Oh, that was a terrific stop in a 1-versus-1 situation.
Well, high fives all round for the goalkeeper. Absolutely fantastic.
And he's fired over the corner. Goalkeeper's ball, it was always going to be that way. Really closing him down. A chopping challenge, and the referee has got to have a big think about it. The referee has dished out a yellow card here.
Well, it's not malicious, it's just clumsy.
Shelvey. Well, he likes to run at them, and he could cash in. And it's in, as they tighten their grip on the tie.
Well, look at this again. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. And from that sort of range, there's only one winner.
Well, the goal again, albeit from a different angle. Goals galore on aggregate. 4-2 is the lead. Dennis Praet. Arnold. And Bayern have been very active in the transfer market, and they've made a big move personnel-wise. Good news for their supporters, Lee.
Well, I think everybody will be excited by this transfer. He's a real starter, a proper player. I'd love to have played with him.
Dennis Praet. And Kramaric on the ball. And he's taken it away. Well, it's a really poor challenge. Now, what's the referee going to do about it? And the referee decided that intervention was illegal and cautionable.
Oh, without question, it was not the best of challenges.
Good-looking sequence. Over the touchline for a throw-in. Evans. Dennis Praet. Maximilian Arnold has it. Well, he's given it away. Promising attack, this. Well, this is the home of live football, EA TV, and we have more action coming up from the Premier League for you. It's Leicester City taking on Chelsea.
Yeah, that looks a great match-up, doesn't it? Looking forward to some fast-flowing football there.
They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench. Gale. Have they given him too much space? Manquillo. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Mendy. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Well, not the greatest pass. Easily intercepted. Willock. Almiron. Might be a chance here. Rifled against the post, but back in play.
Well, he'll be looking at that and thinking, how did he not score? I'm not so sure either, Derek.
Fed over towards the back post. Tielemans. Timothy Castagne. And we have more live Premier League action coming up for you soon on EA TV. It's Newcastle United facing West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah, Derek, should be a great atmosphere there. It's one I would be tuning in for if I wasn't there with you.
It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Well, it fizzled out. Tielemans. And it's a matter of what occurs in the final 15 minutes. They've won back possession. Gale getting in there to take it away. Nicely timed tackle. Dennis Praet. Here's Tielemans. Mendy. Oh, showing good patience. And given the defender's touch, the referee says corner.
Substitution for Newcastle United. Coming off the pitch, number 12, Eric Gale. Coming onto the pitch, number 13, Callum Wilson.
And now the delivery. That is when your goalkeeper is worth his weight in gold.
Well, he's earned his wages, hasn't he? He was in position, he had his focus. What a save.
They will now make use of their substitutes bench. And over comes the corner. He succeeded in getting his fist to it. Less than convincing defending. Oh, good work by the keeper. And it's gone behind for the corner. Going short. And pulled back. Well, the shot from that position left a bit to be desired.
You've just got to hit the target. Let the power down a little bit and go for accuracy. Well, he can't believe it. The coach's frustration is there for everyone to see.
Fernandes. There to take it away. Crossing possibilities. Intercepting it intelligently. And only 2 minutes remaining here. His fate lies with the referee who booked him earlier. He knew the situation he was in, already on a yellow, and now he's received a second one.
Well, you might say he has to make the challenge, but he doesn't. Just step back. You don't need to make a challenge like that when you're on a yellow card.
Well, they're sitting ever deeper. Almiron. He made it look simple, really. Fofana. Well, they've won the ball back quickly. Played into the centre. It's there for him. What an important piece of defending. Manquillo. Looking confident with the ball at his feet. Crossed into the penalty area. Well, the flag has gone up here. Offside it is. Thomas. Umtiti. Tielemans. Now Iheanacho. Samuel Umtiti. The referee's whistle, and a real treat in store for the travelling fans, because they can now get ready for the final.
Well, Derek, semi-finals can be nervy affairs. There's no difference with this one. There's a massive prize around the corner. You do anything, you fight tooth and nail to get into that final. They've done that tonight, and you have to say they deserve it.
Shelvey. Almiron. And a goal! Not bad for starters. They take an early lead. Opportunity here. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. A really sumptuous ball. Oh, a goal! And one that could really matter in the quest to make it through. Well, he's going to be cross with himself, straight into that human barrier. That will certainly mean a booking here.
And now he's on a tightrope.
Well, he could run onto it here. Oh, that was a terrific stop in a 1-versus-1 situation.
Well, high fives all round for the goalkeeper. Absolutely fantastic.
Really closing him down. The referee has dished out a yellow card here.
Well, it's not malicious, it's just clumsy.
Well, he likes to run at them. And it's in as they tighten their grip on the tie. And the referee decided that intervention was illegal and cautionable.
Oh, without question.
And now the delivery. That is when your goalkeeper is worth his weight in gold.
Well, he's earned his wages, hasn't he? He was in position, he had his focus.
And pulled back. Well, the shot from that position left a bit to be desired.
You've just got to hit the target. Let the power down a little bit and go for accuracy.
He knew the situation he was in, already on a yellow, and now he's received a second one.
Well, you...
And hello from a special place in the football world. We're at St James's Park, here in Newcastle upon Tyne. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me here on the commentary box for complete coverage is Lee Dixon. And looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Newcastle United up against West Bromwich Albion.
Well, thank you, Derek. Glorious atmosphere here. Really looking forward to it. The fans are too. The players look like they're up for it. This could be end-to-end. We could get goals today, Derek.
Well, real excitement here. I say that because it is his long-awaited debut coming up. What should we be looking for from him, Lee?
Well, I can tell you, Derek, you want a nice, easy, calm start to your debut at any club. Trouble is, in that midfield area of the pitch, it's chaos. Trust me, I wandered in there once, it was a big mistake. A million miles an hour, it'll be full on from the first whistle. Good luck to him.
So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. A 4-4-2, but with a diamond lead.
Yeah, there's 4 players in midfield, but really only 3. The 2 wide players will stay wide and help the full-backs. There's one just sitting in front of the back 4, but the number 10, who's slightly advanced, he will provide the support for the strikers.
A look at the initial 11 for West Bromwich Albion.
St James's Park.
Fairly conventional 4-5-1 setup.
Yeah, that back 4 will be protected throughout the game with the 5 midfield players in front of them. Really important that they do support that lone striker when they do have the ball.
And so the match is underway. Maxence Kakere. And he saw the situation developing. Grant. Townsend. The cross is on, but nothing doing in an attacking sense. And there to intervene. Well, he's lost it. An attack full of promise. This looks promising. Tremendous ball played through. Off the post and back in play. And a goal. It was served up on a silver platter for him.
Well, here's the replay, and what a ball that is to put him through. And then it's probably the easiest tap-in he will ever get. Lovely stuff.
A chance to revisit the goal. The opening goal of the game then.
Newcastle United goal! Number 12, Dwight Gale.
Romain Sawyers. Not a great pass. Space and time for the cross. And he's beaten him here. And a throw-in it's going to be. Speculative ball fired to the near post. Matteo Pessina. Well, the attacking options appear plentiful. Well, a bad pass it was. And that's going to be the goalkeeper's ball. Manquillo, there to take it away. And an astute piece of defending. And plenty of scope to be creative in that wide position. Almiron. Surely! Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Chance for Dwight Gale! And with that, they've thwarted the opportunity. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. Opportunity it is. Surely. Can they stop it going in? Sawyers. Ajayi. Brady. Good defending to prevent the chance. Ajayi. And giving it away. Miguel Almiron. And it's with Manquillo. Well, can they open up the defence here? He read the situation defensively and did his job. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? But after that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw-in. Receiving news of a goal in the Brighton match, Alan McInally.
It's a goal for Liverpool. 31 minutes played. 1-0.
Thanks very much as always, Alan. You never really know, Lee, if it's going to come off when you hit it on the volley in that fashion.
Yeah, 0-0. When he struck that, you think, wow, and then all of a sudden you realise where it's gone.
Room to manoeuvre on the wing. Can he play it in? Matteo Pessina. Almiron. Oh, a tremendous block. Gale. This is looking threatening. He'll be delighted to have won the ball, having made that difficult challenge. Oh, couldn't quite find his teammate. Chance to finish. Gives it a go. Oh, he's found the net. And that increases the advantage to 2. Just what they wanted and just what they deserve.
Well, here's the replay, and as we can see, the defence can't cope with the through ball, and it's a dream of a strike. Lovely languid style, what a goal.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we?
Well, there's nothing better for a manager when a plan comes together. Total satisfaction.
Well, a second goal for them here. Well, news of a goal at the Amex Stadium. Let's hear about it from Alan McInally.
It's a goal for Brighton and Hove Albion. 42 minutes played. 1-1.
Might be a chance here. Making sure nothing untoward happened. Superb tackle.
Newcastle possession, not a problem. It's important to have strong, dominant players in your midfield, and they've got that. Just look at what that control gives you.
Fabian Schär. So 1 minute of stoppage time. That's what the officials have said. A creative look about this. Could cross it in here. Looks promising, this. And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance.
Well, here it is again. He does so well to slip past his man, left him stranded, and the thunderous strike to beat the keeper hands down is absolutely brilliant.
Newcastle United goal.
And so it is, the first half story has been written.
Gale.
Well, to give an honest appraisal of his performance, doesn't look as though he's really been at it, Lee.
Well, we don't like to be too negative, Derek, do we? But the manager will know he's not having a good game today. If it wasn't clear the few times he's had the ball, it's certainly clear the fact that he's been a bystander for much of the play.
And so the match is underway. This looks promising. Tremendous ball played through, off the post and back in play. And a goal, it was served up on a silver platter for him. Chance to finish. Gives it a go. Oh, he's found the net. And that increases the advantage to 2. Just what they wanted. And just... Looks promising, this. In it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance. The teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences. Good-looking sequence. Well, he couldn't quite keep it on target, just wide. Almiron, he read the situation defensively and did his job. Grant. Brady now. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Well, the keeper dealt with the danger. The referee has given a corner. Well, we're focusing on him for a reason. He's asking plenty of questions of the defenders, Lee.
Well, he's got so much swagger, hasn't he? Why not as well? He's got so much game, superb finishing, right place at the right time. He hasn't given the goalkeeper time to breathe.
And firing it into the area. Well, did his job defensively. Brady. And that came off the defender, so it'll be a corner. And they will make the change now. And he's fired over the corner. It hasn't come to very much. Brady. An effective challenge. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Cross blocked. Well, that's a moment he would like to airbrush from history. He's thrown it straight to the opposition. Well, we can confirm this as regards Borussia Dortmund. Well, it could be on for him here. A goal! An exceptional performance, this. 4 to the good now.
Well, let's see that again. Once he gets into his stride, he just strolls past players. What a lovely solo. Wonderful effort this is.
Well, let's have another view of that goal.
Well, his players have followed his every command and some. The coach must be delighted.
So a personnel change then. And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. Excellent first touch under the circumstances there. And able to close down. Oh, wonder goal! Right out of the top drawer. Who could do better than that?
Well, it's just a lovely goal, Derek. Composure, the ability to do that. Technically, first class.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we? Well, not too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1. Well, make sure you join us for more Premier League action coming your way. It's Newcastle United taking on Liverpool.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Always a great atmosphere in that stadium. It should be a really entertaining match.
Ajayi. Brady now. Well, he was in the right place to intercept. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. Surely! Wonderful block. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Ajayi. Well, they keep working away, looking for an opening. And there to intervene. Receiving news of a goal in the Brighton match, Alan McInally.
It's a second goal for Liverpool. It's been scored by Roberto Firmino. He sent in a powerful shot that struck the defender in the face, diverting the ball past the keeper. 70 minutes played.
Not out of the woods yet. And he keeps going. Crossing into the middle. Well, it might still work out for them. And I think the threat has been averted. Lewis. Well, we had to interrupt Alan McInally in full flow there. Apologies for that. Just to confirm, Liverpool did score in that game. And they're in front at the moment by 2-1. Now, what can they do from here? Ajayi. Good-looking ball. There could be a chance now. Quite simply, not clinical enough with the header, Lee.
Well, headers are always difficult. It's all about timing, and he got the timing completely wrong there.
Pessina. It's with Joelinton. How can he take them on and beat them? Almiron, goalkeeper in charge of the situation. A chance for them to provide a test in the form of a corner. And firing it into the area. Can he put it in? Well, fantastic reflex action. It is to be a throw-in. Crossing possibilities. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. Grant. And news of a goal in the match being played at Stamford Bridge. Let's get that news from Alan.
It's a goal for Chelsea. 6 minutes remain. 1-0.
Alan McInally keeping us right up to date. This is looking threatening. It should be. In it goes! Such a complete performance. 4 in front now.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely quick counter-attack that sets up the chance. And when he gets through to the keeper, he just smashes it past him and gives him no chance to think. A lovely finish. Well, it's turning into a real shocker. This is the very reason, Derek, I'm not a manager.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now.
Number 13, Callum Wilson.
Roberto Torres. Getting in there to take it away. And only 2 minutes remaining here. Wilson. It was a menacing attack, but tidied up. And the referee felt he had to blow the whistle. And take it away. How about the cross? We have entered the final minute of normal time. Well, he likes to run at them. Joelinton. Almiron. That is a moment he would dearly love to have back, if possible.
Yeah, it wasn't his best effort, was it? But I bet he thought, I haven't got anything on, why not try a shot?
Maitland-Niles. And that is all for this game. The referee blows the whistle and Newcastle victorious. Their fans will be thrilled with the outcome. Lee, your assessment?
Yeah, Derek, this lot, as we've said, not only like scoring goals, they find it very easy. It's not, I can tell you that. Lovely, energetic, creative play today. Brilliant to watch.
This looks promising. Tremendous ball played through. Off the post and back in play. And a goal. It was served up on a silver platter for him. Chance to finish. Gives it a go. Oh, he's found the net. And that increases the advantage to 2. Just what they wanted. And just... Looks promising, this. And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. impressive performance. Good-looking sequence. Well, he couldn't quite keep it on target, just wide. Well, we can confirm this as regards Borussia Dortmund. Well, it could be on for him here. And able to close down the shot. Oh, wonder goal! Right out of the top drawer. Who could do better than that? Quite simply, not clinical enough with the header, Lee.
Well, headers...
How could he take them on and beat them? Goalkeeper in charge of the situation. A chance for them to provide a test in the form of a corner. This is looking threatening. It should be! In it goes! Such a complete performance. 4 in front now. Almiron. That is a moment he would dearly love to have back if possible.
time in a long while.
널 좋아해, 널 좋아해, 널 좋아해, 널 좋아해, 좋아해 난 너를 좋아해 난 너를 오늘도 이렇게 눈을 떠 나는 오늘도
Sometimes it's just life. Oh yes, you know that. The echoes in your ear. Yeah, let go of the nonsense. All that you hear.
Can you see what you're losing? What are you doing?
Up in your feelings, is it real? Or sticks and stones won't shake my vision now. Shake it off now.
Now is the time.
Look at all sides. What is your judgment? Tell me if it's true. Sometimes it's just like. Sometimes it's just like. Yes, you know them. The echoes in your ear. Let go of the